Yo, what up everyone, Amir here, owner Rapping and Snacking, into another Collector's Corner video. It's been a minute, just been busy and traveling, all that stuff, and this episode is solely on all my pickups while I was in Australia. I was there for almost 3 weeks and I stayed in Melbourne for the duration, so I hit up a bunch of record shops and thrift shops and stuff like that, and I'm going to jam-pack all of it in this one video. Big shout out to my guy Waxel Foley, who gave me most of the recommendations here in terms of places to hit up, so big shout out to him. He also has one of the best collections on Instagram, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get into it. First place was one of my favorite stores, if not my favorite store, starting off with the Searchers Records, and this was $300 is what I got everything for. And one thing to note is this is $300 in Australian dollars, so it's not the US dollar. So I'm not doing the whole conversion rate and all that stuff because I don't care that much. Y'all can do that. But the United States dollar is worth more than the Australian dollar. I think it's around 70 cents US is $1 Australian, roughly, give or take. Just check Google. Anyways, so I'm going to say some prices here, and y'all might be like, damn, you paid that much for that, but it's not as expensive as what it sounds like in US dollars. Anyways, who cares? First record up here of the Searchers purchases would be Big Suge's Treat You Better single right here. Big Suge Gangstar Foundation, picked that up. Didn't have this, so I wanted to pick it up. Boom, boom, boom. Moving on, we got BC Boys, Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party. This is $35 or $35 from Searchers Records, and this is really cool because this is actually in Australia. I believe this is the Australia pressing, and it's really cool because I have not seen this cover before for this single, so I was stoked to see that this was actually from Australia, printed in Australia, because a lot of the stuff I got from Australia was printed in the US or printed in Europe or wherever it was. This one was printed in Australia, so I was excited to peep that out by BC Boys. And that's pretty hard to find. Like I said, I'd never seen that before, so it's really cool to see that stuff. Next up, we got a compilation, the soundtrack for the show. Really, really, really dope hip-hop soundtrack right here. 40 AUD, boom, boom, boom. Really dope soundtrack. If you haven't peeped it out, make sure to peep it out. Now moving on, we got this right here, the Kiss the Game Goodbye. This was also 40 AUD. Kiss the Game Goodbye, and I've actually been looking for the picture cover. I'd seen the promo quite a bit, but I hadn't seen the picture cover in quite some time. So when I saw it, made sure to get it. Very clean copy right here. Yeah, now I was stoked to get this one. This is the EPMD album right here, the 4th album. Super stoked to get this one. Yeah, man, I've been looking for this for a while. This was $55 AUD. Really stoked to get this one, and I also got from them another one that I was missing was Unfinished Business. Right, I hadn't had their second album either, and this was $45 AUD right here. So excited to get both those EPMD situations. Now, the dopest one that I got, in my opinion, not necessarily album-wise, but in terms of just finding, would be the Dilated People's Expansion Team, 85 AUD. This is also 3 records in here. It's not 2, it's not 1, it's 3 records in here. So I forgot, I thought it was only 2. So the fact that it was 3, I was like, oh shit. Boom, boom, boom. Another clean copy right here. Really dope stuff. Excited to add that one to the collection. Moving on, we got the Beat Nuts Classic Nuts. I think this one was 40 as well. I mean, he had given me some discounts and stuff off what was on the actual price tag. So he said 40, but then he discounted everything, blah, blah, whatever, and it ended up being 300. And I think he actually maybe omitted a record. I don't remember. But also one thing I want to mention, and that concludes everything I got from Searchers. So I got some dope albums and some singles as well. So one thing I want to also mention, honestly, bro, I was in vacation mode, so I wasn't as price cautious and conscious. I was just like, dude, if I'm seeing stuff, I'm probably just gonna buy it. That's kind of what I was doing. Because like I said, my money was pretty long in Australia, just generally speaking. So I was like, you know what? I spent a lot less on food. I spent a lot less on this and that. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit more on some music because that's what I like doing. So next up, we went to Licorice Pie Records, another one that my guy, Waxel Foley, went ahead and recommended. I got Steady B's Going Steady album for 20 AUD. Then I got the Set Adrift on Memory Bliss by PM Dawn. This was also printed in Australia, so it's pretty cool. And this was 5 AUD. So boom, boom, boom. Picked that up. That's all I got from Licorice Pie, so I spent 25 AUD right there. Now moving on, we got another store, another one that Waxel Foley recommended right here. And this is Northsider Records, if my memory is right, because I don't see... Oh, yeah, Northside Records. Yeah, I got like business cards and kept my receipts so I could do that. So first off, I got the Harlem World. I really like it. Single right here. Boom, boom. 10 AUD. There you have it. Drew Downs Baby Bubba for also 10 AUD right here. Shout out to Drew Down. And also got the Ghetto Like D&D by the D&D crew right here. And this, I think, was also 10. So all their singles, I mean, a lot of their singles for the most part were 10 AUD. And then I got this Bonus Stank CD compilation by Outkast, which is pretty cool because I hadn't seen this before, but it's basically like a little compilation of some of Outkast's songs. You know, it's got True Dad on it, which is, if I recall, it's just an interlude, but it's got some other tracks: Jazzy Bell, Rosa Parks, You'd on the Barbie, Spotty Yachty Dopalicious, Crumbling Herb, AT Aliens. And this was 5 AUD. So there you have that. Now moving on, this is something that I just got from a thrift store. And this was actually not in Melbourne. This was in Bairnsdale, which is like some rural town. But this was just, I got this for 5 AUD. And it's just Aesop Rock's Float. So nothing too crazy there. Then I got Round and Round Records. I just saw this one on the street in Melbourne. So they hooked me up with this free drink cup. I forget what these are called. I'm like having a blank. But they gave me one of these, so it's pretty nice of them. And then they gave me a couple like little cards with their logos and stuff on it. They hooked me up with that, and then I bought some stuff. I got Extra Prolifics, like it should be, promo vinyl from Jive. It's also got the sticker on it right there. Excited to get this. I've been looking for it. This was 40 AUD. And then I got this Jurassic 5 EP. Now, this is I have one, and I wish I had brought it out. It's behind me. This one is different. I believe it has a slightly different track list. This has 9 tracks on it, and I feel like the one I had 8 tracks on it, or it's just a slightly different pressing. I'm really drawing a blank here, so don't trust me on that, but I do have another variant somewhere behind me, and I'm so tempted to just like pull it out and like see. Pause. Oh, it's right here. It's not that hard. Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so maybe you can see it on the camera, maybe you can't. The one that I had before has 2 sides, you know, 1 record, 2 sides, 4 tracks on side A, 4 tracks on side B. Maybe you can see it on the camera right there. I don't know. Now, the one that I bought has 9 tracks on it, 4 on side A, 5 on side B. So see that. Boom, boom, boom. And the difference in the tracks, it looks like this one right here, the one that I bought in Australia, has Black Top Beat on it, whereas the pressing that I had in my collection already didn't. So these are things like that I kind of write down in my Excel spreadsheets and stuff because I know the pressings I have. So I'm like, okay, this is the variant that I want, or this is the one that I have, or whatever. So I wrote that one down. That was 45 AUD, and that was all that I got from that shop, Round and Round Records. Now moving on, we have this shop that I just saw called Heartland Records, and I just got 2 CDs from them. One was 10 AUD, and this was the Public Enemy, How You Sell, I never got this title right, How You Sell Soul to a Soulless People Who Sold Their Soul. It's like, dude, what the hell? But that, I got this because I just never had it, and it's got 2 discs right here, boom, boom, boom. And then I got Talib Kweli's Eardrum because this is an alternate cover If y'all recall, the actual eardrum cover is different, and this was 5 AUD right there. Boom, boom, boom. That's all I got from Heartland Records. Now moving on, we have right here some stuff, more stuff that I got from another place that Wax will fully recommended, and this is from Plug7 Records. This place did have quite a bit of hip-hop, so if you are like in Australia or Melbourne in particular, then go ahead and check it out. I got the cassette tape by Heavy D and the Boys Living Large for 5 AUD, boom, boom, boom. PMD's Rugged and Raw for 15 AUD, right here. And this is like something like, if I saw this for, I don't know, let's just say 15 AUD, let's just call it like 10 US, I would not have bought this. I'd buy this for like 5 US if I saw it in person. But like I said, I was in vacation mode. I was trying to spend money on music and stuff like that, so I had to do it. Now, moving on, this is something that I'd never seen before. This is One Voice Pride, and it's got quite a few dope artists on here. And let me show y'all this and tell you who's on here so y'all can peep it out, because I've actually never heard this. We got Schoolie D, 3 Times Dope, DJ Mark the 45 King, Special Ed, Tough Crew, Sir Mix-a-Lot, and some other people on here too. So I thought that was pretty cool. Hoping for some dope joints on here. 35 AUD vinyl compilation album. This was one that I was stoked to get. The actual first pressing of Goodfellas by Showbiz and AG. I was stoked to get this one. This was 100 AUD. So boom, boom, boom. Not mad at all for spending that, because that just goes way down in US, and it's a pretty clean copy. Then we got Organized Confusion's debut album. This was 65 AUD, and this is just a bootleg. This is a 2LP as well. This is a bootleg right here, I think from the UK. So I wanted to pick this one up. I did. There you have it. And ironically enough, I actually also have the bootleg for Stress from the UK, their second album. I don't have like the official situations. Then we got the Fuji's bootleg versions. Non-coincidentally, I'm just talking about bootlegs for 25 AUD right there. Boom, boom, boom. And that was all I got from Plug7 Records. Now moving on, this is the last store that I got stuff from, and then I got one more thing which I'll show at the end. This place was called Wax Museum Records. I went to the downtown location. They may have another one or another two, I don't remember, but I went to this place. I just saw it in the area, and I just went on my own. And first off, this was, I feel like this was 5 AUD. It was in like the used bin, even though it says 8 here, I think it was 5. And this is Steady B, Girls Gonna Getcha. So boom, boom, boom. There you have it. This was awesome. So some of their singles, you'll notice, I bought a lot of stuff that I just never see. This is one of them. This was Raekwon's Curious 18 AUD. But this, in my opinion, is worth it because this is a Japan pressing. So this was from Japan, 18 AUD, and it's Raekwon, and I had just never seen this before, so I made sure to go ahead and pick that up. Now here's where you're going to see, I got a lot of dope Nas stuff here, and a lot of stuff that I'd never seen before in person, and a lot of like generic sleeves, this being one of them. This is Nas' song Chiseled. Was this produced by Large? Yeah, produced by Large Professor. 12 AUD. Never seen this before. Also don't have the digital for this either, of Chiseled by Nas. This is one that I do have. This, I think, was on the Hip Hop Is Dead album. This is Where Y'all At. 24 AUD. And this is the Where Y'all At. You're just explicit and clean. I don't think it has the remix on here. But boom, boom, boom. Another thing that I hadn't seen in person before. And this is a song that I also just haven't heard. 12 AUD, Nas, It Wasn't You, featuring Lauryn Hill. Haven't heard this song. Could be fire, could not be good, I don't know. Haven't heard it. Excited to peep it out, man, because I've been wanting to do the video before I went ahead and listened to it, because I wanted to have it all for y'all so y'all can see it, and then I'll listen to it after. Now, moving on here, this is another track. Maybe I've heard this. The name is so generic that I don't know if I've heard it or not. This is Nas's To My track featuring Timbaland. Boom, boom, boom. I just don't know if I've heard it. It's entirely possible. It says streetsdisciple.com, so maybe it was on the Streets Disciple album. It also says limited edition on it. This song I have heard. I love this song. Shoot 'Em Up by Nas. 18 AUD right here. But I haven't seen this record. And also on top of that, this is coming soon. Nas's Unforgiven EP. See, Shoot 'Em Up was on Nostradamus. That I remember. Was there supposed to be something called Unforgiven EP? I don't know exactly. This also says limited edition of 1,000. KRS-One's Get Yourself Up remix, 18 AUD right here. Boom, boom, boom. Akinyele's Do You Wanna? Always love this cover. I have the picture cover. This is the generic sleeve with the sticker. And then I have KRS-One's Keep Right, 42 AUD right here, vinyl album. Now, that concludes everything that I bought in Australia. And I got like a lot of dope things, as you can tell. I've had a lot of good times like digging through all this stuff. And then my girl hooked me up with this ALC Records craft singles. I don't actually have any craft singles, so the fact that she gave this to me was just pretty cool. And this is the Rock Marciano, in case you forgot. If my guy AD Uno is watching this, I know he'll love this. So craft singles, and I saw this stuff goes for quite a bit of money. She just hooked me up with it, so it's very sweet. Number 370 of 500. But yeah, I mean, I got a lot of stuff from a lot of different record stores. If you want any information, go ahead and let me know. Hit me up on Instagram and TikTok. I Rappin' and Snackin'. And man, oh man, it's been a minute. Need to do some more videos. Any questions, let me know. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bless up. I'm out of here.